Hey, what's up? This is Diesel, and yesterday I bought the Daniel Bryan Just Say Yes, Yes, Yes. And was this DVD awesome? Yes, yes, yes. If you're a Daniel Bryan fan, every single Daniel Bryan fan out there, buy this DVD. If you're a real Daniel Bryan fan, you buy this DVD. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. This DVD here is way more awesome than I thought it was gonna be. It was better than I expected. I was kind of thinking to myself, I don't know, isn't it kind of early for a Daniel Bryan DVD? And someone asked me, "You gonna buy a DVD, Diesel?" I'm like, oh, maybe, might do it. And then walk through HMV. The second, me and the DVD locked eyes. Seeing it like, I gotta buy it. I bought it. What a fucking DVD. Like, in my opinion, I give this a 9 out of 10. I really liked it. And for the beginning, I was really surprised to see that The Miz and Daniel Bryan are really good friends. Like, their rivalry was so good. You know, I thought The Miz really hated Daniel Bryan. I can't lie to you. I thought that he didn't really like him. And then to find out they're friends, you know what though? Best of friends usually have the best of rivals. Look at Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Look at brothers Owen Hart and Bret Hart. Who else had good feuds that were good friends in real life? Randy Savage and Ultimate Warrior, they were good friends in real life. Hogan and Savage. Well, Hogan said they were acquaintances as best, and Hogan believed that he was Savage's best friend, so that clicked pretty well. But usually, when friends have on screen feuds and you don't know they're friends, usually good friends tend to have the best rivalries. But yeah, I was really shocked to see that The Miz was what's it called, good friends with Bryan, and he really helped him look good, and even Bryan in the ring helped The Miz look better than what he really is. Looking back, my boy Lundrick, shout out to Lundrick, was right. This feud was pretty underrated in my opinion. I'd say this feud was not just underrated. I'd say it was underappreciated because this really, to me, helped elevate Daniel Bryan at first. Yeah, I was surprised to see that The Miz is his good friend. I personally loved Sheamus's comments in this fucking story. I loved every single comment Sheamus made in this, talking about during WrestleMania 27 during that year. Those were some of the lowest points of his career. When he found out he was on the pre-show, he was just pissed, like I liked how he said he tries to forget that moment. I loved when Daniel Bryan told this funny story how Kali he doesn't even comment much or say anything against the company. How Kali told Daniel Bryan that was bullshit. I forget if it was a pre-show he was talking about or the 18 seconds. I think maybe the 18 seconds thing. But damn, like that really helped him. Too bad for Sheamus that hurt him. But yeah, like that really helped Daniel Bryan. And it's like my boy Jerichoholic said. I forget the last four numbers of how you put it in, but you know who you are. He talked about after that WrestleMania when he made the review years ago how this is gonna help Daniel Bryan in the long run. And boy, Jerichoholic, were you right? Yes, you were. Shout out to Jerichoholic. Well, yeah, and it really kills me when Daniel Bryan talks in this DVD. He doesn't say curse words. He probably said it like once or twice, and that was probably him talking about somebody else saying something like, okay, with the Kali thing, when he said, that is bullshit. Because he was saying what Kali said, and that was fucking hilarious. And you know what really surprised me about this DVD? What really fucking surprised me? Pat Patterson really believed in Daniel Bryan. I couldn't believe that. Pat Patterson really believed in Bryan and really wanted him to be pushed. And you know what? I give a little respect to Pat Patterson for kind of being behind Daniel Bryan. And when you think about it, a good amount of people, a good amount of the right people were behind Bryan getting this push. Pat Patterson, Stone Cold Steve Austin, great Khali. He wasn't that great, but still, you have a giant saying, he deserves this. Who else? I swear The Rock did, but they didn't talk about in this DVD saying, it's probably what Daniel Bryan's doing. Who else? Paul Heyman, Seth Rollins. And look what Seth Rollins is doing right now, too. I think Cesaro. I was surprised to see that, like, Daniel Bryan and Jack Swagger are kind of good friends. No wonder they had such a good match back in 2010. Me personally, I kind of wish Daniel Bryan and Jack Swagger had some more serious matches. I felt if Daniel Bryan was given that serious run in 2013 like he should have, he probably could have made Swagger look a little better than what he is. I felt if they gave these like a serious program, and to me personally, I kind of thought Jack Swagger and Daniel Bryan should have had a feud back in 2010 11 times. I really think so. Because that match they had on Old School Raw 2010, I think that match is so fucking underrated. I personally think they could have great chemistry. Boy, Jack Swagger sometimes is just misused and just not used properly. Even though him getting busted with weed kind of hurt the opportunity. Unfortunately, marijuana does help some people. But yeah, I was surprised to see that Daniel Bryan and Jack Swagger they look like good friends. Even them joking about, I'm not sure if it was some sports team or the city or whatever. I thought that was pretty funny and entertaining to see, like, how they joke around with each other. But yeah, and I like the selection of matches. My favorite match on here that they put on here was probably Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk at Money in the Bank. Even though I'm not gonna lie to you, back then and even now, I kind of wasn't really. Phone's gone off. I kind of wasn't really feeling the AJ Lee all over the storyline. Like, to be honest with you, I don't like too many feuds to be soap opera up. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like that. But yeah, that was my favorite match they put on here. I was so glad to see they put John Cena versus Daniel Bryan here. I'm not gonna lie, okay, good thing I brought up that match. I the good things John Cena was saying about Daniel Bryan, I almost like dude for a second. I can't even lie to you. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, cause it's my boy Daniel Bryan. I was really feeling what John Cena was saying on this one, how he felt about Daniel Bryan and stuff. Him getting the title, him personally wanting him to be like, the champion. And, I like what Cena was saying for that. I'll give him credit on that part. But yeah, and then him talking about WrestleMania 30, how they wanted to face Sheamus, and he was like, you know. And then when CM Punk walked out, they had no match for Triple H to insert him. And then, how was Batista versus Randy Orton supposed to follow up Brock Lesnar conquering the streak? And I'm going to do a re-upload an updated video of my feelings toward the streak over a year later. Worse, he's still with the company. I knew he wasn't going to UFC. But yeah, and just what a great, and I'll never forget when I was in the movie theater, I was jumping up, I was running up and down, like, in front of the TV screen saying, yes, yes, yes. And we're all just excited in there, just not giving a crap, because I ain't got no shame. But yeah, we were all happy. No one was looking at me funny. No one was saying, this guy retarded. No one's saying to me, are you okay? Just we all had a great time in there and we're all happy. And it's like, why can't we feel like that for all these WrestleManias? We're supposed to, like the biggest show of the year. WrestleMania 30 is one of those shows that I wish could have been in Toronto so I could have went. But yeah, I love this DVD. This is now officially one of my favorite DVDs, and I could watch this over and over and over again. I was surprised to see that Daniel Bryan had a tryout match with Lance Cade and Brian Kendrick, and I forget the other guy who was on his team, and Lance Cade looked fucking huge that time. Or maybe because Daniel Bryan was just so skinny at the time, but yeah. And you could tell at the beginning of Brian's training in 2000 that this guy really had a passion for it. And, like, he really wanted to be the best. And he talked about his ROH days where they put it on him because they had no choice. And look what happened. He became the greatest star in ROH history. He became the greatest ROH champion. If I could go back in time and watch ROH, I really would. Yeah. I really like the selection of matches. I watched the Roman Reigns match, and let me just say, Bryan really carried that shit all the way through, and it was so fucking awesome how he reversed the spear into a roll-up pin. I've never seen that being done before. This match to me, Bryan versus Reigns, solidified that Daniel Bryan is a fucking excellent ring general. He made Roman Reigns look fucking good in that match. He really did. And then I love the big announcement promo. I love how they put on the WrestleMania Triple Threat promo. And yeah. And you know what, guys? When I look back from 2010 to now, he kind of had an awesome career. He really did. From the Nexus debut, then getting fired, then coming back to a nice, sort of a big pop. And then, 2011, winning the Money in the Bank, winning the world title, having the heel run, being with AJ Lee, his feud with CM Punk for the world title, the WWE title, not the world, the WWE title, having a feud with Big Show and Mark Henry, Team Hell No, and then facing John Cena, and then a feud with the Authority, and then WrestleMania 30 being Triple H, being Evolution, all in one night. Who can say that? Nobody. Being one of the few men to pin John Cena clean. I think that was 14 great accomplishments in this man's career from 2010 to 2015. He had an awesome career looking back. Could his first title run been done better? The WWE title run in 2013? Fuck yes, it should have. Fuck yes. Now, with all that being said, watch this DVD, buy this DVD. Even if you're or not that much of a fan of Daniel Bryan, I'd say check it out anyways. If you don't want to, you ain't got to. But if you're a fan, buy it and watch it. Yeah. Now, all that being said, now that he's back on, just at home chilling, I hope when he comes back, he's 110% the best shape of his life. And I really want to see, if he were to just able to have one more match, I really want him to face Brock Lesnar. I'm dying to see that match. David versus Goliath. And I know for a fact Daniel Bryan can have a believable match with Brock Lesnar. And then, people would bring up his size, Well, you know what? Like I said before, in MMA, one of the greatest heavyweights of all time is a man that goes by the name Igor Vovchanchyn. 5'8" in his prime, 5'8", about 210 pounds or 30 pounds. I think 210 pounds. This guy is fucking knocking out men who are like 6'8", a foot taller than him. Just eating those punches and just knocking people out at one of the greatest power hits of all time. One of the strongest chins. Taught Fedor, I can't fully say his last name, starts with E, the greatest heavyweight of all time and arguably the greatest MMA fighter of all time, how to punch. Like he would fucking kill Brock Lesnar. I've even seen like pages where people talk about who would win between Igor Vovchanchyn versus Ken Shamrock, and most people pick Igor to win because he has better striking, way better chin, puts up a better fight. And if most people say Igor Vovchanchyn can take Ken Shamrock, he'd for sure kill Brock Lesnar. That's my word. So I can name you someone 5'8" who can take down Brock Lesnar. No fucking problem. But yeah, I personally want to see Daniel Bryan face Brock Lesnar. But if Stone Cold comes back, I totally understand Lesnar faced him instead of Bryan. But if Brock Lesnar does not face Stone Cold, me personally, I highly doubt Austin's coming back. I know Austin wants to come back. I know Austin's wanted to continue wrestling for years. I don't believe he wanted to retire at 2003. Just as he came back, he already has to I don't believe he wanted to retire already. I know for a fact he would have loved to face Brock Lesnar, but WWE try to, have it an unadvertised match and, and I read their plan was to have Lesnar beat Austin in 15 seconds, and Austin, fuck you. But yeah, if Lesnar faces Austin, can't complain. This is Stone Cold Steve Austin we're talking about here. This is the money match. And WWE, if you do Lesnar versus Austin, if you do not close the fucking show in his hometown with that match, you're a fucking idiot. I swear to God you are. But yeah. And a few other people I really hope to see Daniel Bryan face. If he were to retire soon, I hope to see him have a match with Samoa Joe before he goes. A match with Kevin Steen before he goes. Sami Zayn, face all of his ROH buddies. And I swear, to all my indie fans, to all my Kevin Steen fans and Bryan Danielson, the American Dragon fans, not Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson fans, the American Dragon, tell me, did Bryan Danielson and Kevin Steen ever have matches before? If so, let me know, because if they did, I'd be interested to see that. But I want to see that in WWE. I want to see Joe and Bryan go at it. I want to see if Bryan goes soon, him have proper feuds to finish off his career. Match with Lesnar, match with Sami Zayn, match with Kevin Owens, and match with Samoa Joe. Those four must happen before he goes. And if he'll only just have one more match, Brock Lesnar. And if Stone Cold decides he does not want to come back and they have to completely scrap that Stone Cold versus Brock Lesnar, I want Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Bryan. Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton, I want to see that for SummerSlam, me personally. But yeah. Great DVD. Watch it. Those who watch this, give me a feedback. And yeah, tell me how you liked it. Do you plan on watching it? Comment, subscribe, thumbs up, thumbs down. Give me your feedback. And for those who haven't watched it yet and who plan to watch it, enjoy. Yes, yes, yes.